Drake is trending again, but this time it's not about a new album, a collab, or a chart-topping single. It's about a chaotic night that went completely viral. Social media erupted when clips surfaced of Drake in a tense standoff with security personnel, leaving fans shocked, entertained, and endlessly speculating. TikTok exploded with stitched reactions. Instagram Reels mashed up the footage with dramatic music, and Twitter threads were flooded with hot takes, memes, and fan theories. The algorithm went wild, boosting every post, every clip, and every meme about the incident. Eyewitness videos show a crowded venue, heightened tension, and what looked like a clash of personalities that quickly spiraled into chaos. Some fans claimed Drake was frustrated over a misunderstanding, while others argued it was a power move. A moment that revealed the superstar's real side behind the cameras and champagne flashes. Memes popped up immediately, from Drake versus Security, the remix, to cartoon parodies imagining him in epic movie-style standoffs. The hashtag Drake vs Security started trending globally, racking up millions of views in hours. Fans weren't just watching, they were participating. TikTok users recreated the moment in skits, some with exaggerated humor, others with dramatic reenactments. Instagram stories and Twitter polls asked, who's really at fault? Fans debated security protocol versus superstar energy, turning the night into a full-on cultural conversation. YouTube channels uploaded breakdowns, slow-motion analysis, and reaction compilations, creating bingeable content that kept engagement high. This isn't just another celebrity headline. It's a viral phenomenon perfectly engineered for social media. Every clip, every meme, and every reaction keeps the story alive, proving once again that in 2025, the line between real drama and internet spectacle is razor thin. Fans everywhere are watching, creating, sharing, and speculating, and the algorithm is making sure no one misses a second. The night started like any other in 2025: lights, cameras, and a superstar in his element. Drake was hosting a private event in downtown Los Angeles, a mix of industry insiders, A-list celebrities, and superfans who had managed to snag invites through connections, contests, or sheer luck. Everything seemed controlled, curated, and perfectly Instagrammable. But what happened next would explode online and dominate feeds for days, proving once again that no superstar is immune to the unpredictable power of social media. It began subtly. Fans who were live streaming snippets on TikTok noticed tension brewing near the security section. Drake, known for his calm demeanor and polished public persona, appeared to be in a heated exchange with security personnel. Initially, it seemed minor, a disagreement over access, perhaps a mix-up with VIP credentials, but within minutes, clips started surfacing showing a tense back and forth that looked far more dramatic than anyone anticipated. One TikTok clip, which would later go viral with over 3 million views in a matter of hours, showed Drake gesturing emphatically while security tried to maintain order. Fans immediately began speculating. Was it a simple miscommunication, a power struggle, or a deeper reflection of superstar frustration? Social media didn't waste a second. Within minutes of the first viral clip, Twitter exploded with hashtag Drake vs Security. Memes, reaction videos, and fan theories dominated trending pages. Some memes humorously reimagined the confrontation as an epic cinematic standoff, with Drake wearing a superhero cape and security in exaggerated villain costumes. Others turned the moment into participatory content. Fans recreated the argument in skits, remixed audio from the clip, and added dramatic music to amplify the tension. Instagram Reels stacked up by the thousands, each adding a new layer of creativity, from slow motion breakdowns of Drake's gestures to fan commentary analyzing his tone and body language. The algorithm did its thing. Each new post fed engagement loops. More views led to more shares. More shares triggered additional reactions, and before long, a narrative had spun far beyond the event itself. Fans weren't just observers, they were co-creators, participating in a digital storytelling ecosystem that transformed a single incident into a global spectacle. TikTok duets, stitched videos, and reaction compilations ensured that every angle of the drama was explored, reimagined, and amplified. Meanwhile, media outlets scrambled to cover the incident. Entertainment news platforms like TMZ, Complex, Billboard, and Rolling Stone raced to publish articles breaking down the confrontation. Headlines ranged from Drake versus security, inside the viral night that shocked fans, to superstar showdown or misunderstanding, Drake intense standoff. Analysts dissected the implications for celebrity culture, security protocol, and social media virality. Pundits argued over whether Drake's behavior reflected stress, creative energy, or just a human moment caught on camera, but the takeaway was clear. The public couldn't look away. Fans on Reddit and Twitter went even further, trying to piece together the timeline. Was this after a performance? During a private meet and greet? Some suggested the confrontation was triggered by an overzealous fan pushing through security lines. Others speculated about internal disputes, suggesting that even seasoned security teams sometimes struggle with superstar personalities. Each theory was posted, upvoted, commented on, and shared, ensuring that engagement metrics skyrocketed. The algorithm loved the debate, rewarding posts with maximum visibility. The chaotic night also highlighted the evolving dynamics between celebrities and security in 2025. In a world dominated by social media and real-time content, private incidents are no longer private. Fans capture moments instantly, and viral content can reach millions in minutes. Security teams are now tasked not only with maintaining safety, but also managing optics, because a single clip can define public perception, create memes, and trigger discussions far beyond the physical space of the event. Drake's confrontation became a case study in this new reality, where algorithmic virality is as critical as the physical performance. While some fans expressed concern for Drake, others sided with security, creating polarized debates across platforms. TikTok polls asked who's really at fault. Instagram stories allowed followers to vote and comment in real time. Twitter threads provided space for detailed breakdowns, GIFs, and reaction screenshots. Even casual social media users were drawn in, either to witness celebrity drama firsthand or to participate in the algorithmic amplification of the story. Every interaction fueled the cycle, turning a single incident into a multi-layered viral phenomenon. The viral impact was also evident in the music world. Streaming platforms saw spikes in Drake's catalog. Fans revisited his lyrics for context, humor, or perceived foreshadowing of real-life tension. Playlists titled Drake Mood Tonight or Chaotic Drake Energy surfaced across Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube Music, blending audio with the social media moment. Artists and influencers referenced the confrontation in freestyles, memes, and posts, cementing the night as a cultural touchstone. The incident had transcended the simple celebrity fight narrative. It had become a cross-platform event that engaged multiple senses and content formats. Simultaneously, even traditional media commentators couldn't ignore the social ripple effect. Analysts on live streams debated the broader implications of viral celebrity moments. How does algorithm-driven fame reshape behavior? How do stars navigate public scrutiny in a digital-first world? What responsibilities do fans, platforms, and security teams share in the creation of viral spectacles? The Drake versus security incident became a touchpoint for these discussions, highlighting the convergence of entertainment, technology, and culture in 2025. Amid all the chaos, Drake himself remained mostly silent on social media, choosing to let the footage and fan reactions speak for the night. Every silence, pause, and non-comment added fuel to the fire, allowing speculation and engagement to surge. Analysts noted that in the age of the algorithm, silence can sometimes be as powerful as a statement. Fans filled in gaps with humor, conjecture, and participation, ensuring the story remained trending long after the night ended. The night had already cemented itself as a defining viral moment. Security teams were reevaluated, memes continued to dominate feeds. Fans worldwide dissected every second of the encounter. The first wave of virality came from TikTok creators dissecting the moment frame by frame. Some slowed down the videos to emphasize Drake's gestures, his tone, or even the subtle expressions of security personnel. Others remixed the audio, turning Drake's shouts and emphatic hand movements into beats and freestyles that could be used in new content loops. These clips became templates for the broader fan base to engage with. And within hours, tens of thousands of stitched videos emerged. Instagram Reels and Snapchat Spotlight followed suit, with compilations, humorous voiceovers, and interpretation videos multiplying exponentially. The algorithm rewarded this rapid, layered engagement, keeping the story trending and giving it new life with each share. Fans on Reddit created detailed breakdowns and timelines, trying to contextualize every movement in the video. Some suggested Drake was reacting to overzealous fans bypassing security lines, while others theorized internal miscommunication among the team. There were full threads analyzing his body language, tone, and micro-expressions, often accompanied by GIFs, memes, and humorously exaggerated reenactments. The combination of analysis, parody, and participatory content created a multi-dimensional engagement ecosystem that kept audiences invested for hours, days, and even weeks. Meanwhile, influencers and content creators jumped on the trend. Some recreated the confrontation using elaborate props, dramatic costumes, or green screen backgrounds, turning Drake's night into a cinematic experience. Comedy channels staged skits with exaggerated versions of the standoff, while dance creators used the viral audio remixes to craft trending choreography. Spotify and Apple Music playlists even began surfacing curated content tied to the incident, with titles like Drake Mood Tonight and Chaos Energy linking music streaming habits to social media virality. The narrative was now cross-platform, blurring the lines between entertainment, commentary, and fan creativity. Traditional media outlets struggled to keep up with the sheer speed of engagement. TMZ, Rolling Stone, and Billboard published updates at a furious pace. But social media moved faster, amplifying small details into major talking points. Each new post or clip fueled speculation. Was the confrontation a warning to overzealous fans, a personal frustration moment, or part of a larger narrative about celebrity autonomy and control? Analysts and journalists dissected the same footage repeatedly, often reaching conflicting conclusions, which only fueled additional engagement and discussion. Every opinion, every meme, every reaction was rewarded by the algorithm, creating a feedback loop of virality that few traditional media cycles could replicate. The fan response was remarkable in its creativity and scale. TikTok challenges like #ReenactDrakeMoment and #SecurityStandoff spread worldwide, prompting users to upload their interpretations of the night. Some were humorous recreations, while others leaned into drama, using lighting, slow motion, and music to evoke tension. Instagram users remixed the clips into memes, mashups, and reaction posts, while YouTube channels compiled multi-angle breakdowns that were bingeable and highly shareable. Reddit forums saw debates explode into full-scale "who's right" discussions, and even casual viewers who weren't fans of Drake got swept up in the narrative, turning the incident into a global talking point. Social media analytics revealed interesting patterns. Posts featuring slow motion or audio remixed content consistently outperformed standard clips, and stitched videos or duets showed significantly higher engagement rates. Algorithmically, the story benefited from participation loops. The more fans engaged with the content through likes, comments, remixes, or shares, the more visibility it received, creating an endless cycle of virality. Even minor contributions like meme captions or reaction GIFs were amplified, demonstrating the participatory nature of modern digital storytelling. Drake versus security had become more than an incident. It was a case study in how attention, engagement, and algorithmic amplification intersect. Brands and marketers quickly noticed the cultural relevance. Merchandise lines referencing the viral night began circulating. From t-shirts with humorous captions to hats and hoodies inspired by memes, influencer marketing campaigns began leveraging the trending hashtags, creating additional exposure and engagement loops. Social media managers dissected the phenomenon to understand how moments of tension could be transformed into content gold. Every post, every share, every fan creation was a node in a complex network of digital virality, reinforcing Drake's prominence while also embedding the security. Confrontation into global consciousness. The narrative also sparked broader cultural conversations. Analysts debated celebrity accountability, security responsibilities, and the role of social media in shaping public perception. Could a single moment, amplified by algorithms and fan participation, define a superstar's public image? Was Drake's behavior an expression of human frustration, or a strategic performance to maintain cultural dominance? Fans and commentators offered conflicting opinions, creating layers of discourse that made the story richer and more engaging. Every post, meme, and video became part of the cultural narrative, adding complexity and depth to what might otherwise have been dismissed as a minor. Celebrity incident. TikTokers and meme creators kept the story fresh by introducing recurring motifs and running jokes. One viral trend imagined Drake as a cinematic hero, security as over-the-top villains, and the confrontation as a dramatic climax in a larger fictional saga. Others turned it into a humorous commentary on modern celebrity life, exaggerating gestures and reactions for comedic effect. The algorithm favored content that was creative, participatory, and shareable, ensuring that every new twist reel or imagined kept the story trending. Meanwhile, Drake's own silence or selective posts on Instagram and Twitter added fuel to the fire. Every non-comment was interpreted, analyzed, and memed. Fans dissected his captions, emojis, and stories for hidden messages or subtle responses to the confrontation. The strategic absence of a direct statement allowed the narrative to evolve organically, with fan speculation driving engagement at an unprecedented scale. Analysts pointed out that in the age of virality, silence can be as powerful as a statement, allowing communities to shape the story themselves. It was clear that Drake's security had transcended a simple incident and entered the realm of cultural phenomenon. Every clip, meme, and fan creation kept the story alive across platforms, creating an ecosystem of content that rewarded engagement, creativity, and participation. The night's events had evolved into a blueprint for modern virality, a mix of celebrity presence, social media amplification, fan interaction, and algorithmic reinforcement. This was more than just a viral moment. It was a masterclass in digital storytelling. Drake had become both protagonist and catalyst, while fans, influencers, and creators had assumed the role of co-authors, remixing the narrative and shaping its global impact. Security, once a background element, had become a central part of the story, symbolizing tension, boundaries, and the unexpected chaos of fame. The incident demonstrated how modern celebrity culture is inseparable from social media ecosystems, where every move, gesture, and decision is captured, shared, and reinterpreted by an ever-watchful audience. In conclusion, the saga highlighted the transformative power of viral culture. What could have been a minor, forgettable confrontation became a global event, amplified by creativity, participation, and algorithmic reinforcement. Fans weren't just observers, they were participants, shaping the story, remixing the content, and ensuring that every second of the night lived on across platforms. By the time the dust settled, Drake vs. Security had firmly secured its place in 2025 digital culture as a moment that exemplified the intersection of celebrity, social media, and global virality. The Drake vs. Security saga had fully embedded itself in global social media culture. What began as a single night of tension had evolved into a multi-platform phenomenon, with fans, creators, and analysts turning every second of the event into consumable, shareable content. The viral momentum wasn't slowing down, in fact. It was accelerating. Thanks to a combination of algorithmic amplification, participatory content, and Drake's own subtle engagement strategy, TikTok continued to dominate the narrative. Creators weren't just posting clips. They were building universes. Some dramatized the confrontation as an epic cinematic showdown, complete with slow-motion effects, dramatic soundtracks, and creative transitions. Others created comedic reinterpretations, exaggerating security gestures, mishearing dialogue, or reimagining Drake as a superhero confronting villainous security personnel. These trends weren't fleeting. Each iteration sparked new remixes, duets, and stitches, forming recursive content loops that kept the algorithm favoring Drake-related posts. Viral hashtags like #DrakeVSSecurity, #DrakeMood, and #SecuritySaga multiplied, ensuring the fan participation escalated to unprecedented levels. Reddit forums exploded with detailed breakdowns, theories, and debates. Was Drake frustrated because of VIP mismanagement, or was it a moment of personal expression captured at the wrong angle? Some posts attempted to timestamp the events, cross-referencing fan videos, security camera leaks, and social media stories to create the most comprehensive narrative possible. Comment sections turned into discussion boards, with users arguing over body language, tone, and context, while others added humor and memes, keeping the story dynamic, interactive, and endlessly shareable. Meanwhile, Instagram was flooded with reaction content. Influencers posted GIF compilations of the most intense moments, overlaying commentary, sound effects, and dramatic captions. Stories asked followers to vote on who's really at fault, and polls received thousands of responses within minutes. The meme ecosystem thrived. Some creators superimposed Drake and security into movie posters, video game art, or even classical painting parodies. Each remix kept engagement high, ensuring that the story remained algorithmically relevant for days. Far beyond the original night of the incident, YouTube channels took a different approach, producing longer-form analysis. Multi-angle breakdowns, slow-motion compilations, and commentary videos became bingeable content. Analysts and fan creators dissected every frame, evaluating security protocols, celebrity behavior, and crowd management. Even casual viewers who might not follow Drake's music closely tuned in, drawn by the spectacle, humor, and drama. Each view, like, and comment fed the algorithm, creating a feedback loop where the story continually resurfaced across recommended feeds. Memes played an essential role in sustaining the virality. One trend reimagined the confrontation as a video game boss battle. Drake was the player character, security the final boss, and fans created mock game soundtracks and levels. Another trend placed the confrontation in a historical context, humorously portraying it as a medieval duel or a royal court drama. These memes did more than entertain, they generated secondary waves of engagement, inspiring additional videos, remixes, and posts across platforms. Mimetic creativity turned a single event into a culturally rich ecosystem. Drake's own strategic social media presence amplified the story further. Though he largely remained silent on direct commentary, subtle posts, stories, and emoji choices were analyzed by fans for hidden meaning. Every pause, every selective post, and every interaction with fan content was magnified, creating layers of speculation. Fans shared screenshots, interpreted emojis, and created narratives around his silence, turning Drake's discretion into another viral element of the saga. Analysts noted that this indirect engagement was a hallmark of modern celebrity strategy. Silence itself can drive algorithmic virality, giving audiences the space to participate while keeping the story trending. The story also sparked wider cultural and industry discussions. Security experts weighed in on proper protocols for celebrity events in crowded venues, while entertainment analysts debated the pressure superstars face under constant social media surveillance. Some argued the incident revealed cracks in the polished celebrity image, showing that even icons like Drake experience human frustration and tension. Others highlighted how fan behavior, overzealous crowding, social media recording contributed to the escalation. The multidimensional discourse ensured that the story wasn't just entertainment, it was also commentary, analysis, and cultural examination. Giving it staying power on digital platforms. Cross-platform participation was critical in sustaining virality. On Twitter, users created reaction threads, polls, and GIFs, while TikTok duets allowed creators to interact with the original video content creatively. Instagram stories became a hub for fan speculation and humorous reinterpretations. YouTube provided a longer-form space for analysis and compilations. Across all platforms, algorithmic systems rewarded engagement, ensuring that every post contributed to the story's momentum. Fans became co-creators, shaping the narrative and maintaining its visibility in feeds worldwide. The entertainment world responded in kind. Music artists, influencers, and comedians referenced the confrontation in songs, skits, and posts. A viral freestyle by an emerging rapper incorporated audio from the confrontation, generating millions of streams and further embedding the night in pop culture. Comedy accounts edited the footage into exaggerated skits with dramatic voiceovers, while meme accounts used clever captions to reinterpret the story. Each new creation acted as a catalyst for another wave of content, amplifying both Drake's presence and the original incident across platforms. Even beyond fan engagement, the incident influenced brand marketing and influencer strategy. Merchandise referencing the confrontation appeared, including t-shirts, hoodies, and posters with humorous takes on the standoff. Brands monitored the virality, assessing which memes and trends could be incorporated into campaigns without losing authenticity. The algorithm rewarded timely, creative content, creating a system where every post, whether fan-made or brand-driven, was amplified, keeping the narrative alive. The story had fully demonstrated the mechanics of 2025 digital virality. Every video clip, meme, reaction, and analysis served as fuel for the algorithm. The story became a self-sustaining ecosystem. Drake's presence, fan creativity, media analysis, and social media dynamics interacted in real time to maintain global engagement. The incident was no longer just a tense moment at an event, had become a cultural case study in how celebrity, digital content, and algorithmic amplification intersect. The night also underscored the participatory nature of modern celebrity culture. Fans were not passive consumers, they were collaborators, remixing and reinterpreting the moment, shaping its meaning and amplifying its visibility. Memes, stitched videos, duets, and commentary acted as both content and conversation, fueling engagement and ensuring that every new creation continued the story's momentum. In effect, the audience had co-opted the incident, transforming a private moment into a viral communal experience. Drake versus security was no longer a single viral clip, was a multi-platform, multi-dimensional cultural phenomenon. It combined humor, drama, analysis, creativity, and speculation, making it endlessly engaging. The incident demonstrated how a simple moment could be transformed by fan participation, algorithmic reinforcement, and strategic celebrity behavior into a lasting cultural moment. Drake's night with security had become more than news. It was a blueprint for virality in the digital age, showing how content spreads, evolves, and dominates attention in a networked, algorithm-driven world. The Drake versus security story had reached its full viral potential, transcending a single night of tension to become a defining digital culture moment. Fans, creators, and analysts had turned the event into an ecosystem of content, and the aftermath revealed how far a single incident could ripple through social media, music, culture, and fan communities worldwide. The narrative was no longer just about Drake or the security team. It had evolved into a global participatory spectacle, with every platform amplifying new layers of engagement. The immediate aftermath saw TikTok and Instagram Reels explode with compilations, reactions, and remixes. Creators dissected not just the confrontation, but its context, the lighting of the venue, crowd reactions, the timing of gestures, and subtle shifts in Drake's tone. Every frame became material for fan interpretation. One viral trend involved reenacting the confrontation using popular audio clips from Drake's own tracks, aligning his gestures with beats and lyrics in highly creative ways. Duets and stitched videos multiplied exponentially, creating recursive loops of content that kept feeds populated for days. On YouTube, analysis channels produced long-form content going deep into body language, crowd management, and celebrity behavior. Videos examined the psychology of fame, the stress of being constantly surveilled, and the expectations placed on stars in high-pressure environments. Each video generated thousands of comments, with fans debating every detail. Was security overreacting, or was Drake out of line? Could the tension have been avoided? These discussions, combined with GIFs and meme overlays, created multi-layered engagement that algorithms rewarded with continuous visibility across recommendation feeds. Meme culture reached its apex. In Part 4, the confrontation was reimagined in countless ways. As a cinematic battle scene, a video game boss fight, a Shakespearean drama, and even as a political debate parody. These memes weren't just humorous, they were participatory. Fans inserted themselves into the narrative, creating fan versions of the night, dramatizing every micro-expression, gesture, and vocal inflection. Meme templates evolved rapidly, feeding off each other with new formats appearing daily. Algorithms fabric content that invited interaction, and Drake versus security had become the ultimate template for engagement. Fans on Reddit and Twitter theorized endlessly. Some argued the incident highlighted the pressures of modern celebrity, while others saw it as a performative moment that Drake had engineered to generate buzz. Polls, threads, and discussion boards dissected his every move, while others focused on security protocols and fan responsibility. These micro-analyses were amplified by engagement metrics. Upvotes, replies, shares, and retweets all contributed to keeping the story at the forefront of social media feeds. Every perspective, whether serious or humorous, was algorithmically rewarded.